It's my pleasure to be here today to have a chance to actually conduct a session about value creation. My name is Digi-Value from Chulalongkorn University, and for today it's going to be about something interesting because it's not actually the actual matters. It is something that happens in our minds, and that's what we call value. So how can we create value? For today, there are many ways to create value effectively. But most importantly, value should be created based on people's life. Therefore, lifestyle is important. And once we talk about lifestyle this day, we're going to talk about the notion of digital indeed. Right. So what we're going to start with for this session is about how can we create value using digital methods. And after that, we're going to take you to the other end of the spectrum. Instead of talking about just the notion of something new, like digital, we're going to go into the grassroots. And we move on to the notion of tourism in terms of community-based tourism. So try to go into the real community and try to create value from the grassroots itself. And that's the second topic that we're going to talk about today. And for the last bit, I'll come back and actually talk to you and discuss with you about the notion of brands. These days, brands happen to be more and more important. And I myself got to have a very good opportunity to create brands for one province in Thailand called Chiang Rai. So we're going to discuss what happened with Chiang Rai branding and what's good about brands and what's the difficulties of creating brands for the whole province using Malaysia. So what we're going to talk about throughout at least 1 hour and a half will be interesting by itself in terms of the topics and many other things. And we got all the speakers in our room today. And the first speaker is the president of a digital advertising agency association of Thailand. So he's going to come here to talk about the notion of Digi-Value creation. So as I mentioned earlier, the lifestyle of people today is more about digital matters and how can we use digital to create value and how can we link the value creation with the notion of leisure. We got the speaker with us right away in front of the class, in front of the room today. He's a medical doctor actually, and the topic that he actually talked about throughout the world, not just in Thailand, is just very interesting. And I think that the next 45 minutes you will be thrilled with the notion of digital value creation. And we got Dr. Supachai Parchariyanon with us, and I'd like to turn over the floor to our first speaker. Please give him big hands.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and distinguished professor and lecturers. So I'm very excited to be here today and very honored to share with you the story of how I try to turn leisure into the value creation. So let's begin with my good old days. So this is date back 16 years ago when I was in medical school. And guess where I am? Can you just help me find myself? So I'm so maybe I'm right there. Like still, these are all my classmates at Mandarin University, Sierra Hospital. Yeah. So my passion begins on during this day. Just like some of you here, I'm sitting in a classroom, and at that time I start to invest in the stock market. But one big problem in the startup, what we call the pain. Okay? The pain I have is that while I'm sitting in a room, 16 years ago, only one way I can trading the stock is go outside the room and then make a phone call to the marketing people or the broker to buy or sell stock, or at least asking for the price. What is the stock price right now, and then how can I make a transaction? At that time, I just think that would it be better if we can sneak out or our teacher attention by looking under the table and then see my phone and then see the stock information and trading via phone. Okay? The challenge is that at that time we're using this phone. Okay? So it's Nokia 3210. And so it's really retro, 16 years ago. What I did is that I called up my friends who is engineer and say, hey, can we do that? Can we try to get the stock market information inside our hand? And at that time, there's a competition hosted by this brand, the mobile application development competition. I just sent my idea to them, okay? And then finally, we got the prize. We win. We win. At that time, I have only 2 ways to go. Okay, just get the prize, like 100,000 baht, 100,000 baht, and then go party, or use that as the capital to start the real business and create some value out of it. Okay? And then absolutely I chose the second way. Okay? So at that time, I used my passion to turn from the leisure time into the real business. And so I developed first mobile stock trading, stock application that can view information like this chart. We can plot the chart inside your mobile phone from the black and white screen, and then develop to the color screen like this. This is Nokia N70. If you nod your heads, it means that we are about the same age, because you know that this is the Symbian. Okay? And anyone know what kind of mobile handset it is? How do you call this one? Definitely it's called O2, right? O2. Oh, some of you know that as well. So I started to developing this, and then after a while, it still didn't help me that much, because I can look at the stock chart, but I cannot trade. So the next step is that I need to make them be able to trade the stock inside while I'm sitting in the class. And so we did that. We developed the first time in the country, in Thailand, where we can trade the stock on mobile. So that's changed my life forever. Okay? Because what I would like to make a point here is that I try to turn the leisure, what I like, the passion, into the business and into the real value creation that I didn't do. I firstly do it for myself because I want to solve my pain. But at the end, the benefit is for everyone who have the same pain. So that's my first thinking. And then after that, after this event in life, later on, I saw this application to Stock Exchange of Thailand when I was in the 4th year of medical school. And now, Stock Exchange developed it to become central streaming, which is #1 stock trading apps in the country. So at that point in time, it made me strongly believe that if we could integrate what we love what we're passionate about, for me, is about digital. Yeah. We'll be able to integrate it with other science, for example, like finance. Yeah. The benefit it is not limited to myself, but it will be for everyone. Then I continue my journey. Okay? So that's the first industry I try to disrupt. I try to make the value. After that, after I saw the application, and things that is left is that the shark engine, the way we can plug the shark into the mobile phone. And then these are the company contacted me. Hey, kid, we like your shark. Can we do something with our program? This program we call Academy Fantasia, which is the reality show where you have the singer, and then people vote to the top singer. So at that time, they want to show the real-time content to the real-time statistic. Who win? Who got the most voted? Who got the most vote? So I using my technology to help them to plot the shark and see who's gonna win in the competition. Okay? So that is the second time that I try to using my passion and convert it to the marketing side. And then my life got involved in more marketing. Okay? Because after we did this, like many people contact me and then say, hey, now you can develop the website, you can develop the mobile application, you can plot the shot. Can you do something more? Can you do something more? And then these brands, they're coming with a big challenge. They say, we need to launch the car. We need to do advertisement on the TV, on the print, on the out-of-home media, on many media in the country. But one big challenge at that time is that the car itself is still in the manufacturing plant. Yeah? We cannot shoot the car. We cannot shoot the car because the car is not there. But we need to finish the TV commercial. We need to finish it. Why? Because they already booked the timing on the TV program that they need the advertisement to run. And we have only 2 weeks left. And the car still in the plant. What I should do. Okay? So I consult with my friend again and then say, hey, why don't we try to create the car from the computer? We call computer graphic or CG, computer animation. Then we develop the model in 3D, send it to Japan, to Toyota Japan, to prove the model, whether it's correct one or not, whether it looks like the real one or not. After that, once they approve, we render all the TV commercial into the computer graphic. And the TV commercial that you see 10 years ago, it's all made by computer. Okay? So that changed the whole game because normally you might need to spend $500,000 USD to produce one TV commercial. But once we can use the CG, the cost dropped by 50%. Okay? So now, if you turn on your television at home, and then you see TV commercial from the car brand, don't wonder, because almost all of them, there's no real car anymore. It changed the whole thing. Okay? When we start to do this. After we taking care of Toyota for like many years, many people are knowing us. That's why in 2011, we're working with Twitter. We are the first Twitter partner here in Thailand to help Twitter sales the advertisement in the country. And 5 years ago, our company got investment from NTT Docomo group of company which is #1 telecom operator in Japan, funded us to expand into Southeast Asia. We're now having an office in Singapore, in Myanmar, and these are some of the things that we do. And we serve like many brands at the moment. But and I was very lucky. I was elected as the president of Digital Advertising Association the last year. But it's come with a challenge to help the industry, the whole digital industry. As I've been asked by top-level executive, the CEO of a big brand, normally every year I will meet top executive to share the idea, to share the trend, to share what is going to happen in the next year or two. And there's always two questions that come up to me that I need to answer them wisely. So first question is that they all ask me, what will be the trend this year? What should I invest to do in terms of marketing, communication, how they can make the brand better? And so that is the first question. The second question is more challenging because they ask me, hey kid, we've been working with your company for 5 years, for 10 years. How can you help us to reduce the service fee? How can you help us to make it cheaper? I love you, I love your service, you did a great job, but can it be cheaper? And so that's a torturing question to me. And the answer is that I've been thinking, and this is the second time I try to bring in my passion about digital to transform the whole business and to transform the way we do the business. So what I did is that I strongly believe that innovation would be the key one. Innovation would help us to make the difference. What I did is I found RISE, which I now call it the Corporate Innovation Accelerator. So what we're trying to achieve, we're trying to help the corporate by bringing innovation to them. I believe that there's two ways to create innovation. So the first way is to, because the corporate, once they are bigger and bigger, they become slow. They move slower. What I do is that we see technology company and startup outside that they move faster, but they don't have something that corporate has, which is the customer. Why don't we try to bring them along, trying to bring the innovation from small company, and then to help that accelerate the way the corporate doing the business. So this is the idea that we start last year. So what I did is I working with the bank called Cruci Bank, which is one of the top 5 banks in the country. The bank is in the midst of competition, and they are afraid of one day they will be gone if they don't disrupt themselves. Why? Because nowadays everyone thinking bank as the middleman. And as we know, when digital technology comes, like Airbnb, Uber, these are the ones who try to cut the middleman and try to change it here. So the bank, they know that one day, if we all can lend the money from our friend to the next table, we don't need to go to the bank. That's why the bank, they're trying to change quite a lot. So we know that. And then we know that because we've been working with them for many years. And we know that there are some of the startups that they can helping them. Okay? So we launched the thing we call FinTech, which is financial technology. So FinTech Accelerator. the first time in the country, where we have fintech accelerator try to help these young company to match their service with the bank. So we run the class, whereby we invite some of the key speakers, some of the mentor who can really help growing the startup company business. We group them for like 3 months. Every week, we meet them every week, try to speed up what they're trying to achieve. Some, they're trying to having more marketing campaign, to attract more customers. We help them on that. Some of them, they need investment. So we connect them with investor, to bringing on investment, raise the money, and then use the money for product development or for marketing. Some of them, they need to go to other country. We use our network in other country to help them grow the business. At the end, we host what we call demo day, which is the day that they demonstrate their product or services to investors. So these are all the investors that are coming from Japan, from Taiwan, from Malaysia, from Singapore, all over Asia. So we invite them all. And these are the investors in the related business, which is not only the bank, but the brokerage, insurance, to join. Listen to that these people presentation, the pitch, and then be able to help to invest or to collaborate with these startups. At the end, we have over like 15 companies, whereby 50% of them, they'll be able to launch this new service that get the real money, that get the real value, like what I did 16 years ago. 50% of them. And then some of them already got more investment that they need to accelerate their business. So after 6 months, this is what we promise. So we be able to create the value. The value of this company, from nowhere to over 1 billion, which is around like almost 30 million USD in 6 months. So this is the first step. After that, this year, and this is last year, and this year we just launched the new, that we call the new batch, the second generation of the campaign, and it's now running. And this year we come up with the thing we call 2x, which is means double. So we're gonna create more value. We expect to create the value of not only 1 billion, but 2 billion valuation for these startups. After we did that, I think, can we do something more? Not only for the fintech, not only for just one sector of the country. And the opportunity comes. So we are very fortunate to not helping only the company, but our own country. So we cooperate with Digital Economy Ministry. So this is one of the projects I'm very proud of, because we are using some of your tax, to fund this project. And then I strongly believe that we use it wisely. We use it the most efficient way that we can do. So the program is to help like Thai startup, not only 15 companies, but 500 companies all over the country. Not only fintech, but all industry, health tech, travel tech, or IoT, or e-commerce, whatever, under the name digital startup. We're not only working with the startup, we're also working with the professor in the university. We signed the MOU with 44 universities nationwide to bringing on the intellectual property in the university and commercialize it. Because we know that all the professors, they have the very good very good intellectual property, but sometimes there's just a gap that we cannot close. Okay, so I don't want the research paper, a very good one, that is not, it cannot commercialize. And so we like to help them. So we collaborate with the university. Yeah. We have a team to scout this idea, intellectual property, and also startup nationwide. Yeah. And we helping them. We have 2 tracks to run. So the first track is to selection from 500 companies down to 300 companies, down to 100 companies, then 40 companies, then 20 companies. And at the end, we have the demo day to select the last 10. Now, we got the last 10. We're going to send them to Silicon Valley for a month. We're going to send them to Korea, to Singapore for a month. Yeah, to let them learn how to build a great company, or even set up their own company in those countries. So we are very excited for the journey that we are doing at the moment. And as I mentioned earlier, we're trying to create a value from these startups to even help the country. We are, as we do this, we are very fortunate to sign MOU with other countries to do like some of the we call startup exchange program. Just last month, we signed up our partnership with some Korean government provincial to do the startup exchange program, whereby last month Korean government sent startup at price, and then we grew them for 2 weeks, letting them to connect with local community. For example, my startup, they're doing e-commerce business. So we invite president of e-commerce association in Thailand, and also e-logistic company, e-payment company, e-marketing company to meet them, and then to grow the business. And very excited because next month we're gonna send like 3 Thai company, 3 Thai startup to Korea, and then stay there for a month to develop the same thing. So that is how we create a value. By saying that, now we try to create a value not only for the startup, but for the country. And what I think is that how we could create a value faster. So the idea is to make it fast, because nowadays the innovation cost is plummeted very quickly. Once you want to do innovation, the answer is to do it now, then rather than wait it, or rather than like investing in the research and or anything, but to do it now and to fail faster. The key thing is that we're trying to achieve is that if we could be able to work with the top company, those large companies in the country, if these companies move, I think our country will move also. That's why not only helping these big companies connect with the startup, I also need to helping them by changing their employee, changing their top management mind to move faster. And just recently we helped one of the biggest company in Thailand, we call Siam Cement Group, which is top 10, top largest company by value. We run a program called Hatch by ACG Rice. What we do, we select we design the program to help creating internal startup inside the company. Because we have another program bringing outside startup to work with the company. Now we need to change the culture, change the mindset of the internal people, whereby if they understand how the startup works, if they understand how to move fast in the faster future, so that company should be able to move the country too. That's why we create this kind of program, like 2-month program. We select the people from 10,000 employees down to around 45 people. Those people graduate from like very top talent in their company, graduate from leading university in the US, in Europe. They join our program, and then they grouping into 2 to 3 members, and then they try to create the new business for SCG to change the company in the next 5 or 10 years. So these are the phase of those who already got selected, and then they're now trying to build something for the company. So that is another way that we try to change not only outside but within, from the inside the company. And now we're very fortunate to working with like over 22% of our market capitalization in Thailand. But that's because I strongly believe that if we could move this top company, the country will move faster. Apart from doing that, we also create a community of like-minded people. So because we have a very good network, when we sign up the MOU with many countries, we have very good friends in other countries. Sometimes they fly into Thailand. We will host, because we have the space in the CBD area. So we host a free public seminar, free public talk that anyone could join to build a like-minded community. So these are some of the people who come from Silicon Valley. This is another doctor, Thai doctor, who's in New York and developed like startup called EPBone, where they use stem cell to grow if you have accident and then you lost some of your bone, then this startup can help you grow your bone from stem cell. So these are something that we really try to help in terms of knowledge, culture building, and also how to think and move faster. Like last month we have like some of the people from Korea, from Singapore, telling us about artificial intelligence, smart city, or how to build the company in other country. So these are all free. So if you like some of that, you could be able to join us at our academy, so that we can get to know more. So that is how I view the leisure, and how to create the value from the things I love, which is the digital. And the ultimate goal is to drive the value for Thai people from digital. And my end goal is to help the country as we try to be innovation powerhouse, not only for Thailand but for Southeast Asia. And I think that's the end of my story. And thank you, everyone.
If you have any questions at all or feedback, please feel free to ask those kids. I think we got some time, I think about 1 or 2 questions, please.
What do you think about Bitcoin? How it would impact the financial and fintech?
Thank you for the question. I think Bitcoin is really hype word at the moment because the value went up so quickly. But the key thing we need to understand is that Bitcoin is cryptocurrency, so it's digital money, and so whereby you don't need any institution or you don't have any regulation. And so that means that it's I think it still poses some risk. But at the end, we need to try to weigh between risk and benefit, because it's also having a lot of benefit as well. For example, we use cryptocurrency to transfer the money from Thailand to the US. Normally you might take, like from via the bank, you might take many days, 2-3 days. But now today, this kind of transaction can be complete in 20 minutes. So these will help us lower the cost for financial transaction. And why we need to lower the financial cost of transaction? Because if we have the cost lower, we can grow more business because we have the lower cost. So that's a good side of it. And so I think, to me, everything has it's like two-sided coins. Yeah, so we just need to weigh which one we're going to make use of it.
For your example, talking about Mandarin at the end, so most of these kind of startup have a strong resistance from the government, and so the existence is there right now. Do you have any kind of experience with your 15 companies or in the past with the legislative rights academy that have this kind of conflicts with the regulations of the country?
Absolutely, because when you are going to disrupt something, definitely there's a regulation. But the regulation, they cannot keep up with the pace that these kind of startup trying to do. What we as now, we have what we call fintech association or startup association in the country. This kind of body, we're working closely with the government, trying to loosen the regulation and trying to move the country forward faster. One solid example that we already did, we call in terms of fintech, we call fintech sandbox. So it's like this fintech sandbox regulation. It's issued by BOT, Bank of Thailand. Yeah, whereby now today, if you want to create something new, something that is not regulated just yet, you can submit your proposal to Bank of Thailand to open up sandbox for you. And what exactly is sandbox doing is that they will permit you to do something that is there's no law, there's no regulation yet. Yeah, but you need to do it limited audience. For example, if you're going to do the peer-to-peer lending, where we are going to lend the money to our friends, if you do it only in Bangkok, and run it for only 6 months, something like this, BOT might be able to approve, and then you'll be able to run without going to jail. So this is something that the regulation, the startup community, trying to work together to test the water and to see some of the angle we might not see in the theory. And then if it's work well, we can do that for real. So that is how the development.
From your 2 projects, does it have impact these conflicts with the regulations before?
We did. Yeah. So some of the company in our batch, they did peer-to-peer lending, and then we already sent them to the sandbox. So right now they're applying and waiting for approval.
Any other questions at all? So thank you very much, Dr. Kim.
As we can all see, it's once things changes, we need to change in terms of the business part, but it is more important to think about what he talked about in terms of